Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 19th to the 25th of February 2018. We begin the week with the Sun moving into Pisces, and Pisces is the last sign of the Zodiac, taking us up to the spring equinox. So we dive deep into the etheric waters here. We have a look back over the last year to see everything that we've learned, especially on an emotional level, and to be able to get the seed of awareness from that rather than carry the baggage forward. So it's a time of cleansing, it's a time of immersing ourselves, but with a view to actually get the greater wisdom, to make sure that we are happy and healthy and light on a cellular level. And to help us do this, we have Mercury in Pisces as well. So the Sun and Mercury are moving very close together, and Mercury is where we tune in to thought forms and bring them through our processing mind, turning them into manifestation on the physical plane. So we can turn our mind inwards, turn our mind backwards. What have we learnt in the last solar cycle? We can put that conscious awareness to ask, what is the message here, as Mercury is the messenger? And we can tune in to the depth of our cellular knowing in order to get the real picture. So this is a great start to the month of Pisces, with Mercury there as well, to actually cleanse and heal, to rinse out and to expand into the next cycle lighter and brighter and more aware. We've also spent the last solar cycle learning a certain skill, or maybe more than one, and applying it, perfecting it over time. And now's the time to have a look at what have you learnt on a skill level, and are you ready to package that up, to structure it and to pass it on and share it. So there's a sense by Monday of the student becoming the teacher. What skill have you honed? What gratitude do you have for it? Give yourself some credit, and then maybe have a look at how can you share that with others. The pervading sense of the week is very much though about our psychic abilities. So by Tuesday, focusing in away from the rational logical brain just for a while, because we're told in society that that's where everything comes from, that's where we're creating and controlling our lives, but it's not true. So tuning in and listening to our intuition, letting go of the control. That's one of the hardest things that people are struggling with at the moment, letting go of mental control and trusting our intuition, trusting the unfolding of the process, that everything is happening just as it should, at the right time. But really tuning into the intuition, that knowing, that wisdom inside. Listening to that very quiet voice once we turn off the mind chatter. That's our meditation for Tuesday. This week is all about Pisces, as by Wednesday, Venus meets with Neptune in Pisces. Venus is the earth female, it's our heart, it's what we love, who we love, how we love, our creative expression, kindness, empathy and warmth. And Neptune is the divine feminine, an octave apart. So Venus and Neptune are an octave apart. So we have the earth feminine and the divine feminine here. And this is where we open up, clear our channel to receive pure flow. So a very simple day on Wednesday, which is to be in a state, in the present moment. Can you find ecstasy? Can you connect with bliss? Can you flow gracefully? Can you be in gratitude for the world, for you, for creativity, for nature, whatever it is that you really care about, in a loving way? Can you practice being in that state and holding that state, keeping the rational brain, the processing mind at bay long enough to actually hold a state of being? Because as we're walking now with the year of the Earth Dog, it's time to slow right down. It's time to be heart-centered and present, and know that that's actually where we're coming from and where we're creating from, what we're transmitting and what we're receiving. By Thursday we have Jupiter opposite the Moon. So Jupiter is now at 22 degrees Scorpio, and this is a very magical degree. As we head towards the weekend, we'll need this energy. This is empowerment and mastery, but the power to look deep within and bring up any issues and alchemize them. So power and bravery, to really connect with our natural power, to embrace our dreams and to direct that with passion and to take action. But as we come through to the weekend, there's a couple of challenging aspects, and this Jupiter alignment will actually be something that we can rely on and take strength from as we face some of the things that come up. So by Friday, Mars squares off with Venus, and squares are interesting. They're awkward, but there's a big reward involved. So when Mars and Venus are square to each other, we have to have a look at the balance of the masculine and feminine, the head and the heart, look at obstructions where we're frustrated, and find the inner union. So it's a job of finding that union of two things that seem opposing or seem at odds, but where's the answer in that? Where can we actually find calibration and harmony in our lives? So that's the work for Friday. And then by the weekend we have Mercury meeting with Neptune. So again, we're in the realms of Pisces here. And this is a once a year affair, but it's always challenging us on a reality versus illusion aspect. Again, we're dealing with the rational logical brain versus the intuition. These two are meeting. So any illusions that we're holding on that we can't build on because they won't support us, that's building on sand as it were, that will be shown to us, and that can be a bit of a reality check sometimes, because it's nice and comfortable to surround ourselves with stories and illusions and hopes and dreams, but if we're avoiding reality, then that's not going to serve us going forward, and that's where we end up being disappointed and let down. So a sense of fine-tuning here, but very much staying with that intuition. If you're looking for the answer, look within because you already know it. We're not looking outside of ourselves, but be really true to yourself. Check what your base beliefs are, what your expectations are, what the story is that you've built up. And if anything's starting to wobble at the weekend, then maybe it's time for that to go, and maybe it's time to have a quick reality check so that you're on solid ground going forwards. So all told, a very Piscean week. We have the Sun, Mercury, Venus and Neptune all dancing around in those etheric waters of Pisces. We can listen to ourselves, can slow down, can tune into our intuition, can practice mastery over the processing mind. We can dive into our imagination, power up our dreams and clear up any inconsistencies that won't help us as we go forward into the year of the Earth Dog, with heart, with presence, and in a state of simplicity and love. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week. I do recommend that you look where Pisces is in your chart, seeing as there's so much activity there at the moment. We'll be discussing this on my online group if you'd like to come and join in, or if you'd like to meet me one-to-one or over Skype, we can take a look at your chart and the year ahead, what you can still cleanse, and how you can tune in to the most effective energies to harness them and to achieve your dreams in good timing. On my website www.astrozo.com I also have events and some tours coming up over the summer, and some products, courses and information in my shop, so please do come and check my site for any of that, or email me zoeheinz7@gmail.com.